Hello everyone. Thank you for coming to sit at our table today. We're Tom and Melissa, and we're going to do a really quick video on our cornbread dressing. Now, as we walk through this, I'm going to put it together so we can go fast. I know it's the holidays and you don't have a lot of time to watch a video. We're starting with our mix of cornbread and biscuits. So this is just a pan of cornbread I made that has been crumbled fine. You can see how fine it is. And it's about 5 grams biscuits, also crumbled up. If you don't have biscuits, you can add white bread, hamburger buns, hot dog buns, whatever you have. We're also adding 4 cubed chicken breasts that have been cooked. These were just boneless, skinless chicken breast. It was 4 large. It's about 6 cups. And that just goes straight in. This is an easy recipe because we just dump it. We're using 22 ounces of cream of chicken soup. Now, you can use 2 small 11-ounce cans, or you can use one of these big 22-ounce cans like I have. It's the same difference. So we just throw that in. And all we're going to do after we get all this in is mix it up, throw it in our baking dish, and bake it in the oven. We've got our oven preheated at 375 degrees, and we will bake it for just 30 minutes. Now we have 1 onion that I have chopped really fine. We're just going to put that in. I think the recipe actually says 1 cup of onion. This might be just a little more than a cup, but you know, a little extra onion's not going to hurt anything.
I love onions.
Oh, doesn't it smell good?
It does.
1 cup of celery that's been diced pretty fine. You don't want it so small that it just disappears in your dressing, but you know, you don't want big chunks either. All right. 1 teaspoon of salt, and we're just going to sprinkle that all over, and 2 teaspoons of pepper. So in that goes. All right. Now, this is rubbed sage, ground up sage. You're going to have to determine how much you use. I would suggest somewhere between 3 and 5 tablespoons, depending on how much you like or don't like sage. We love it. I'm putting 4 in, 4 tablespoons. I may add a little more. We have 1 stick of butter that has been melted. In it goes. And of course, we want to get all of that out there. Butter is flavor. Okay. And then we have to have moisture. Nobody likes dry dressing. So we're going to put in at least 48 ounces of chicken broth. I think this is a 32-ounce box. That's what I had on my shelf in the pantry, so that's what I'm using. I will. Sorry, I should have done that to start with, shouldn't I?
That's okay.
So this is only 32 ounces. I'm going to have to add some more. So I'm putting in this can of 14 ounces. And that's probably still not going to be enough, but we'll see. I do have another can here. If I hadn't already had this in my pantry, I would have gotten a 48-ounce box, but I already had it and sure wasn't going to waste it. I wanted to use it up before I bought more, so I'm using it. All right. Now, all we have to do
When do you put the eggs in? I'm
not putting the eggs in until everything else is mixed up because we do not want to break up our eggs too much. I mean, they are, whoop, did I make a mess?
A little bit, that's okay.
Good thing I washed that counter off, huh? You don't want to tear your eggs up. You want them to be in chunks. So I put those in at the very end. The most important part of this is, well, I'm telling you, I'm making a mess today. The most important part is to make sure that that soup is mixed up well. You don't want big chunks of that soup in your dressing, so just make sure.
Chunks of the soup?
Yeah, you know, the cream of chicken soup. You want to make sure it's mixed up well in there.
Okay.
You don't want a big chunk of it unmixed.
I think I was thinking about the chicken broth. Sorry about that.
No. Now, I can already tell by looking that that is not enough moisture because it has to be wet, guys. In order for it to be nice and moist on the table after you bake it, it has to have lots of moisture. So I'm going to put a little bit of that in. See what it does. It's much better. I know that if you've never made dressing, I learned how to make it from my father-in-law. If you've never made dressing, it's a little, I don't know, you just think, oh, am I getting too much liquid in there? Is it too wet? But let me tell you, as it cooks, it's going to dry out some. So it has to be wet in order for it not to get dry. Now, you don't want it to be like soup. You don't want it, runny. But it has to be
and if you're lucky,
wet.
you'll have some left over.
And do what with it?
Have it the next day.
Well, I usually make enough that it won't all fit in the 9x13 pan. That way I have to put some in a ramekin. And then I get to eat it before everybody else starts dinner.
So this is how much eggs?
This is 4 eggs, 4 hard-boiled eggs that I have chopped. Just rough chop them and stir them in. And when you stir those in, just kind of fold under. Don't stir them hard because you do want those chunks of eggs to be seen. Now, I have a 9x13 pan that I have already greased. I'm gonna wash my fingers, hang on. Pardon me. I just had to get that off of me. All right, so this has been greased, and we're just gonna pour this in. Now, you need to remember that this will not rise a lot during the baking time. It will puff up a little bit, but not a lot. So you can fill it pretty full. Don't be afraid to fill it up. Okay. And look at all that's left over. Guess who gets that?
You have Thanksgiving early, right?
I know I'm trying to hurry and make this a short video, but I just have to taste this. Delicious. That's so good. Okay. We're going in the oven, 375 for 30 minutes. When it's finished, we'll come back and show you what it looks like, and we'll scoop out some. But before we go, I want to show you something else. Today in the mail, we received a box with 2 jars of Harry and David pepper and onion relish from Richard and Betty. Richard and Betty, there's no last name, no address. So we just wanted to say thank you for sending these to us. We will certainly put those to good use, maybe with meatloaf. And then in another box, we received this really nice set of kitchen utensils. No name, no address. So whoever sent those, thank you so much. That was very kind of you. We do appreciate it. All right, we're going to get this dressing in the oven, and when it's ready, we'll be right back. Our dressing has been in the oven for just over 30 minutes, and I think it's ready to come out. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, yum. And that smells so delicious.
It does. That smells really nice, Tom.
Wow.
Good job.
Smells great. And the nice thing is, not only did we have enough for this dish, but we also had enough for 2 ramekins full. So there's a Tom ramekin and a Melissa ramekin for lunch today. So I think once you make this homemade cornbread dressing, you'll be hooked. Also, I'm sorry?
You gonna take a bite?
I will in just a minute. Also, on the stove, we have cooking another batch of our homemade cranberry sauce. I'm telling you folks, this cranberry sauce is so easy to make, and it is delicious. We made one batch and posted a recipe, posted a video for it, but the 2 of us kind of ate it all. So we're making a second batch. And it is just so easy and so delicious. And I'm telling you, if you make that homemade cranberry sauce, you'll never go back to the canned stuff. All right, let's try this dressing. You want a bite?
Oh, wait. We're going to have some lunch in a minute.
Yeah, we are.
I suspected it would be really hot, too.
That's why you're not taking it.
Well, no reason to burn my tongue.
I don't blame you. I'm hot. That is fantastic. And you saw how easy it was. Goes together so quickly. Really good. All right. One other thing. You might have noticed my shirt. Melissa and I were very blessed to recently be able to go on a cruise to Australia. We planned this cruise over a year ago. And we just had a really good time on this cruise. We loved Australia. We loved the people in Australia. And you know, we have a lot of subscribers to our channel from Australia. And we talk to them online quite often. So to those of you Aussies from Australia who are on our channel, we just want to say, good day, mate. We really are happy to have you here. Folks, we really do appreciate those of you who have subscribed. If you've not done that, just click the subscribe button right below the video and click the thumbs up over on this side that just says you liked it. That tells YouTube that they need to share it more because people like our video. In the description box right below this video where you see the title of our dressing, if you'll click that title, that box will expand. Melissa always puts the written recipe for each of our videos in that description box. So you don't have to write it down as we go. It's written right there for you. Thank you again for watching our videos.
I'm going to add this one to the playlist, by the way.
Oh, that's right. We do have a Thanksgiving playlist. If you go to our homepage and you look over, you'll see where it says playlist. Click on Thanksgiving. You'll see all of our Thanksgiving recipes. Thank you again for watching. And remember, you are always welcome to come sit at my table. Have a great day.